right, good morning everybody. What we're gonna do, it's been 3 days since I put peppermint patties in these 3 peppermints and peppermint patties and these 3 nukes that I installed. Been 4 days since I put the nukes in the boxes, so we're gonna check this out and see. There's activity coming in and out. We're gonna see what the patties are doing, so bear with me. I'm gonna move you a little bit closer and see if we can look in these colonies real quick. All right, so this is the light blue one. Wow, what do we got here? We got a bunch of bees in the top and the center. Looking for a couple things. See the consumption, and they are really knocking that patty down. Some bees in the lid there. They are all up on the top. This is the 5 frames they were on. I don't see any beetles or beetle larvae on this patty right now, and they are going to town on it. Trying to see if they've moved out at all. Doesn't look like they've really moved out, so let's just do a quick inspection, see if anything's happening out here yet. Probably not, because the queen will have had to start laying in the middle, right, before they decide they want to come out. And we'll see. Just start moving some of these frames out a little bit just to see. Nope, nothing on that side. Not really doing much here. Just try not to squash no bees right now. What is this? They're wonky combing it. I really hate this foundation right here that they're on. They've actually stacked a good bit of nectar in there, but they're drawing wonky comb off of the foundation, which I really hate on this. You see where they're drawing it up off the plastic. That happens sometimes when it doesn't have a good wax foundation on it. And the other side actually has comb that they haven't started on, but they're drawing new comb and it's wonky over here. So really want to nip that in the bud as quick as possible. Let me just make sure there's no queen on here, and we'll give them a little shake in. Try to get them off of this foundation. And bad thing is they've stored nectar in it. Actually, looks like there's some eggs in this one, and this that I'm popping off to the side here. And I'm gonna squash that down right there. Same thing with this. We're gonna rip that off on that side. I hate doing that, but we don't want them to wonky comb it. Really don't. And I might just flip that around and put that bad side back to them and let them fix that side. Let me move this pollen sub that they've been working on pretty good. Just move that. We're just gonna take a look. It's only been 4 days, so not expecting a whole lot, to be honest with you. What we got there? It's laid up. She's got eggs all the way to the end right there. So I mean, she's decided she's gonna lay, so that's good. That's a good sign. This is not a good frame though, to be honest with you. Just checking the other side to make sure. And just like that, phone call. I'll get them in a minute. I think it was this way. That is a terrible frame. It's a bad thing when you get a nuke. You don't know the frames you're getting aren't necessarily the best. Oh, more wonky comb on the bottom. But we got some cap brood. What do we got in here? Cap brood. That's not really wonky comb. That's more like a bridge comb. May or may not be. Well, she's got this side laid up pretty good. So that's pretty good. Actually, yeah, we'll do it like that. I'm probably spinning these all around, to be honest with you, not on purpose, but because I'm not documenting or paying attention to which way I'm taking them out. What are they doing over here? A little bit of comb. That's pollen sub in there on that outside. This side they're drawing some comb. It's just not a very good foundation here. I mean, this one is another crap frame that was falling apart. Again, these are frames that came in the nuke, really. Let's see. Yep, did I pinch one? Yep. And they're revving up a little bit. Let's see what we got on this outside here. A little bit of brood. And they're cleaning this other side out over here pretty well. Probably can't see it because I'm in the light, but cleaning it out, putting some nectar out here. And I'm gonna move this new frame in and try to give them somewhere to work and make some nice comb. I'll probably do the same thing on this other side over here. Flip. Well, I don't have to flip it. I can just move this all over. One. Actually, I'm not. I'm gonna leave that like it is, and I'll just put this empty back over here. They are working. It's still a very light box, and we're just gonna put that pollen sub right back on there. Take this wonky comb back out of the way here. They're getting right back on that pollen sub. And let's go to the next one. All right, so the darker blue colony here. Hopefully we can see that pretty well. Not worried about me too much in the footage, but just, all right, so they're not taking this pollen patty. Well, it was more. They are taking it a little bit. Not a very huge colony. Inside the lid, we just got a few bees chilling. So we'll put that in there. But if you notice, all the peppermint candies are gone. They've eaten all the peppermint candy. So they're going at the pollen sub with the peppermint in it. A little bit slower, some bees on the outside here. I gotta see what that is in there. It's yellow. That came in the nuke. Let's see. Bunch of flyers on this one. They're putting nectar and pollen on this outside store frame, right? Really nothing else happening out here, just stores. But the main reason for this video was to check these pollen patties and make sure there's no beetle larva in it with the pollen, with the peppermint sub. And there is currently no beetle larva in there. So we're gonna just check to see what's going on in here. Nothing huge. Little brood pattern on this side. Lots of, looks like she's laying it up pretty good. Right in the bottom there's a bunch of milk brood right in the bottom there. You can see this is totally foundationless. There's no oh, somebody put a queen in here. Or no, this is rubber banded and comb. It's from a cutout. And it's totally foundationless. So this has no support in it at all. Put that one back in. This is not a very strong one currently. Oh, that attached to it pretty good. More brood. I mean, this colony looks like it'll be alright. It's just, you're getting a lot of bees in the camera, I apologize. But they do have it laid up in the bottom. She does, wherever she's roaming. And doing a fairly good job with what she's got to work with. Might split this up so they start drawing this. Well, she's got comb to work with. Wherever she's at, we'll put this back. She's probably on this next frame. Not too concerned about seeing her, but it's always nice to see her if you can. Pollen. We got pollen and nectar on this frame. And nothing really happening on the outside. So she's got room to lay. She's kind of chose this outside here, this side. So we'll just put all this back together. And we'll center it up a little bit. Yeah, really the intention. And we'll put this pollen sub back on here so they can get to it. But no beetles in there. No beetle larvae anyway. I didn't see any beetles on those frames that I had in there. So we'll close this one back up and we'll go over here to nuke number 3. This nuke really could have stayed in a 5 frame a little bit longer. And we'll go to the pink box here. Let's see what they got going on with their pollen sub. Alright, well, we got a couple smash bees on here. Sorry, girls. We'll get them out of there. Looks like we got a lot of bees right there in the center. Oh, okay. Make sure there's no queen on the inside cover. There is none right there. So we'll just set that to the side here. But they're doing pretty good eating that pollen sub. again, all the peppermint candies are gone out of the colony, so they've eaten that. So we're gonna see here. Let me move this pollen sub. Just we'll get a closer look just to make sure. All right, girls, you gotta let me get it. YouTube wants to see it. Just double checking to make sure no beetle larvae. Right now, I see no beetle larvae in there. No beetles at the moment. So we'll set that off to the side. We'll take a quick look in this one. We'll just pull that, a little bit of comb there, set it out so we can see what they got going here. Well, they didn't like that too much. We're kind of got the camera in front of the entrance a little bit. And a little bit of nectar, very little bit of nectar on the outside. No brood in there, no larvae. We'll put that one back here. Let's see. The question is, did I put those two black frames in there like that? Or was that part of the nuke? Alright. So, backside, not much, just a pretty comb. Inside, they're starting to store nectar in there. All kinds of pollen. You see the green pollen? That's new. But nectar and pollen, food stores. I want to see these black plastic frames here. I don't remember them giving me black plastic frames, but it's very possible because they're pretty drawn. They're pretty drawn up. And in 4 days they would not have done all this. Nope, this was old frame. Alright. Alright, she's got this whole outside, and you guys won't be able to see it without me coming around. Let me come around here just a second. Alright, so the outside's got food stores on it, but the other side has bees on it. And let's see here. This side actually has brood laid in it. It just hadn't had time yet. So that's pretty good. Food stores on the outside, and then brood to the inside. We'll drop that right back on there. And now this one was in the center. It's a little bit thicker. Alright, girls, let me grab this frame. Alright, we got brood on this side, which means there's probably brood on this other side. Yep. Alright, so that's the outside. It's got brood. Cat brood, milk brood, some eggs. All different stages of larvae. All different stages of larvae on that. Let me see the other side here. Yep, pretty much the same thing on the other side. That's what I expected. Queen's doing a good job with camouflage in this one. I'm going to put this one back in here and try not to kill anything. Yeah, they don't like me sliding it, but they'll get over it. Slide that in. This is that smoke you guys are talking about use? Let's see. This one's got a large number of bees on it. That's heavy. Let's see what we got. Oh, heavy, heavy. Heavy old comb. It's got brood in it. So she's laying. The whole center is laid up on this one. On both sides. So she's doing good. I'm curious about this other outside frame over here. Not gonna try not to disturb them too much. They don't really like it when I set that in there. They'll get over it. Of course, my glove got stuck, so now that's gonna make them even madder. All right, let's check this other frame out here. That one I'm kind of curious about because they've glued it down. They're working on it. They're working on drawing it out. Looks pretty good. Getting it put together good. The other side has nothing on it yet. So, doing good. The main thing, again, that I wanted to check really had nothing to do with the status of the nukes as much as how they were doing with the pollen patty, the peppermint pollen patty, and not even so much with them eating it as it is with beetle larvae. Making sure there's no beetle larvae or limited beetle larvae in there. So now let's just drag this across. They'll move out of the way and put that back. Gotta put this frame back. That's actually a broke frame. I say broke, it has a string hanging off of it, but they'll work with it. But pollen patties are doing good in there. Just trying not to smash anybody, which is almost inevitable. But you're gonna smash them. But that's pretty much that. So it looks like they're doing pretty good on the pollen sub. No beetle larvae in the peppermint pollen sub. And we'll see it next time.